quick in. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Garden State Film Festival 2025. My name is Ming Chen.
CJ Cullen.
And we're live at the Shared Universe Podcast Lounge at the Berkeley Oceanfront Hotel in Asbury Park.
A little speakeasy area.
We got a kind of a speakeasy. It's like, hey, how do you get here? It's like, go into the bar, second door to the left, and then you'll find us. So if you're here at the fest, come by, say hello. We got chips.
Yeah.
We got Oreos.
We got everything over there. You got Death Wish coffee.
And the bar is literally like 10 feet away
right
from
over
here.
there.
And we have Death Wish coffee, the world furiously strong. Furiously strong. They don't use that tagline anymore.
Not anymore? It's not the world's strongest anymore?
I don't know. We don't talk about
Something
that.
more.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. But we have but you know what we do have, CJ? We have amazing films here at the Garden State Film Festival. And behind those films are the amazing filmmakers.
And
I have
we got
one
one
of
here.
them here to my left. Can you introduce yourself, my friend?
Yeah, my name is Munjal Yagnik. My film Scarlet Winter is playing here at the Garden State.
Yeah, right up to your mouth.
Oh,
There
yeah.
you go.
Too far. Yeah, too far.
Gotta hear you. We gotta hear all about Scarlet Winter, man.
Yeah. So my film is called Scarlet Winter. It's playing here at the Garden State Film Festival. We've had a decent festival run. It's a thriller.
Can you tell us about Scarlet Winter? I love the premise, but I'm going to let you talk about it first.
Yeah, sure. So a man wakes up to find a dead body in the house, and we're trying to piece together with the protagonist what actually happened through the course of the film, and how there's a dead body in the house, so how it transpired. And it's a film with a cast of 5 lead actors, so very small cast, and
is it like one area pretty much you focus on?
No, it's when you start writing, this is my first debut feature. When you start writing, you're thinking you're going to work with very few locations and very few actors, and that's hard to pull off, especially in a genre piece.
Yeah.
So by the time we were done, we had like 9 main locations. But once you're past the first act and you have that confidence that it's going to have the legs to go through and find funding, I felt okay adding those locations.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I love the person wakes up and there's a dead body there.
That kind of premise, you like that?
Yeah, kind of like HBO's The Night Of. Yeah. That's one of them. I mean, there are a number of them. What inspired you to write this one?
Well, I wanted to work in a genre piece because it was my first feature as a director. You don't know if you're going to find funding, and I wanted to start working on a project that I thought I could pull off with or without funding. Eventually, things worked out, and we found funding. I had a great
thank goodness.
thank goodness.
That's cool.
Right?
Yeah.
But when you start, you want to work in a format where you think you can actually pull it off, regardless of the scale of the film. And so that's where it started.
Right.
I just wanted to work on something that was plot-driven, that would have the audience engaged from the beginning to end. And murder mystery lends itself to that.
Yeah. Now, prior to this, were you doing shorts?
Yeah, I worked on a lot of shorts. I used to work in TV, and I did a bunch of random stuff that was essentially a way to build enough of a portfolio that I can actually get to my first feature. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
how many shorts did you do before this?
I mean, I've lost count.
Okay, that many. That's awesome.
I mean, just because you work in different crew positions too, I also work as a DP. So I've lost count in terms of like how many I've worked on as a DP and in other crew positions.
Yeah.
But as a director, probably somewhere between like 7 and 10.
Wow. Okay.
But as a crew member, probably.
And what about TV? What did you do in there? Did you direct in the TV? Or?
No. I just used to produce for a TV station. It was just a way to get by in life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, I mean, something like this, independent filmmaking. You do what you can to survive.
Yeah, I do it.
And then maybe raise some money for your passion projects. Like
my life has changed. I mean, I have one of the best jobs in the world now. I'm actually a professor at Rochester Institute of Technology.
Oh yeah, RIT. Yeah,
RIT. Yeah, we have a phenomenal film program, and I
got to send some of my kids there. I teach high school film.
We have everything. We teach virtual production, and we teach. There's motion pictures and sciences. There's live action, and there's animation, and there's a lot of cross pollination. So it's a really well-rounded program. So I get to teach cinematography, and I get to teach directing.
Yeah.
So it's a dream job, because you're practicing the craft and you're learning, and along the way you're making stuff.
Yeah, I love work every day. I teach high school film.
Oh,
film.
there you go.
Yeah,
it's-
you
So I got one of my students actually, I think, applied to our. I think the deciding on it or not. It's a few
Yeah.
film schools.
Yeah.
Was there one main catalyst or one thing that was like, oh, you know what, I'm going to do a feature now? Did something happen?
Man,
Was it maybe COVID or?
No, it was. I mean, yes. There's obviously stuff that like puts you into that
Yeah.
mindset, right? Like things have to, like there has to be an inciting incident.
Yeah.
They're like, it's
But-
time.
Yeah,
It's time.
But I'd been trying to put one together for like 10 years.
Okay.
And I wrote a bunch of screenplays, as a lot of us filmmakers do.
Yeah.
And a lot of those die in development.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually, this time, I had something reasonably strong. And I think the main thing I did this time that was different was I actually locked in a production date without knowing if we were actually going to be able to make it.
Oh, wow.
But
So
I
you
just
set
believed. I locked
a
a
goal
production date. I
already.
started
Yeah. Yeah.
writing, and I started hiring people. And that's how you make a feature.
Wow. So something
Corner
you.
yourself so you can't get out of the situation.
It's a good strategy.
That's a
It's
good way to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lock in your own deadline that
Yeah,
you
exactly.
can't be your own boss and be like, listen, I got to get everything done by this
Yeah,
date.
exactly.
And then the pieces start moving.
Exactly. Yeah. That's
Wow.
the way
I mean, but a lot of people do that. They're like, they hit that date. The date goes by, nothing happens. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I
that's
think
a
I've
big
been there. I think I've been there.
It's hard.
Yeah, because that's a
hard.
huge testament to your work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, there's so many struggling filmmakers out there that they're all trying to do something. Yeah. I don't know what's that difference where you actually, now that I've gone through it, looking forward, you don't know how to get through a feature. Looking back, I really did not know how to get through a feature because you'd think production is usually going to be the hardest part of the puzzle. And
Right.
It
What was the
actually is
hardest part?
easiest
What
piece
was the
of it.
hardest part of your puzzle?
Just understanding how the business works.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there's no books on it.
No.
Navigating
Nope.
that, like going through film festivals and meeting people and finding sales and the whole business aspect of it. And it also is a moving target. I mean, you can read books on it, but every 5 years the business changes.
Yeah.
Changes,
right?
Or depending on who you're talking to or working with, it changes completely.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Completely.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's the biggest learning piece, and really, if you've only made shorts, the mechanics of feature are quite different. So in a short, you can ask the audience to give you 10-15 minutes, and if they're kind enough, they will, because usually they're playing at film festivals.
Yep, and they know it's
they're
like, okay,
opting in.
Yeah.
this is going to be about 12-15 minutes.
Yeah.
But a feature.
In a feature, like you got to get that click
Yeah.
on that streaming platform,
Right.
and that's asking for a lot.
No.
And so you're really vulnerable once you see your rushes and you see your first cut, and you're like, all right, you got to be honest with yourself. Some of these scenes are working, others
Yep.
are not, and you got to be kind of ruthless. And those are things that you kind of only pick up when you're working on a feature.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What's your shooting schedule on this? How long did you film for?
Under 3 weeks. Very
Okay.
short. Incredibly short. Yeah. Yeah.
Around here?
Upstate
like New York? New York?
Upstate
New
New
York.
York, yeah.
That's what I-
in the
around
Northeast.
here, not
yeah.
like right here.
We were in a small town.
Cool.
The film is stark, has a lot of snow, landscapes.
All right, you shot during the winter.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Real snow.
We shot
Real snow.
Yes, when I wrote it, I was hoping there would be snow on the ground, but whether you don't know. So I
Yep.
wrote for different scenarios, and first day of our shoot, there was a blizzard.
Wow.
Perfect.
Proper blizzard.
Okay.
We had to shut down.
Really?
Okay.
Yes.
You got what you wanted and
We
then
got
some.
what we wanted. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then
Did you already have the equipment ready to go, or you had to go through it all?
So
or?
we pivoted quickly because we realized that we
News.
were not going to be able to shoot the way we had planned
Yeah.
because there was actually weather getting in the way. So we had to reorganize the schedule and shoot in like smaller teams and kind of work around the weather. But it eventually worked out great because it gave us scale. There's production value in the film. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Your crew, is that longtime collaborators, or did you find them for this
My
project?
my DP is a good friend and a longtime collaborator. We worked on a bunch of shorts. Somebody I really respect, June Q Park. Any filmmakers looking for a DP?
Yeah, check out June.
Check out June Q Park's work. Yeah, he's phenomenal. So he was the main person that I had collaborated with before. Others, I was building new relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this the first screening, or East Coast, or first screening, or?
Yeah, or has
No,
have
this
you
is
submitted?
our, I think, 25th festival.
Oh wow!
Wow, that's
Okay,
been
you're
around,
here.
huh?
All right,
About
you're a
there.
veteran. So
Yeah, so we've been in the circuit for a bit. We
Wow.
just landed on Apple TV last month.
Oh wow! Okay,
Wow.
so you can watch it now if you want.
Yes.
If, please watch
if
it.
you like
Actually,
murder
please
mysteries,
watch it.
Yeah.
As I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how's the reception been so far?
It's been fun, man. I mean, it's good to have a proper exposure. Our sales agent and our distribution company have done a phenomenal job bringing this film to the market and getting us visibility. And it's, I mean, a lot of these actors pour their hearts into these projects, and a lot of these films, they don't know where it's going to go, if it's going to find light of day.
Right, or if it'll
Yeah.
never be seen again.
Exactly,
But
yeah.
hopefully it gets
Well, that's
out
pretty
to a wide
cool
audience.
that it's on Apple. I just got
Yeah.
Apple for the first time.
Yeah.
All right, welcome to the party.
Yeah, I
man.
just got it.
But
Yeah,
no,
it's
been
not
fun.
all just Severance and Ted
No,
Lasso.
no,
They're
no,
indie
you need
filmmakers.
Scarlet
No, I was
Winter.
watching the Mets last night.
Oh, baseball
On
okay,
Apple.
yeah. That now,
Yeah.
now it,
It
all
was
becomes
weird.
Clear.
It was weird.
You got it to watch baseball.
No, actually, just no.
now
just,
you got to watch cool films, man.
Yeah, I gotta watch.
Yeah, so I mean, we've been very privileged to have some great support. But yeah, these actors, we got to see the film with them at different venues.
Yeah.
When we premiered in LA, a lot of people there came, and different
That's awesome.
New York City and all of that. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, this is our first in Jersey.
Yeah,
Cool.
congratulations,
That's
welcome.
awesome.
This is I go to a lot of film festivals, not 25, but
I might go to 25.
Yeah, we go to quite a few, and this is
I didn't go to every one of them. I
Okay.
tried
Yeah.
to go to as many as I could,
Yeah.
but sometimes it was just impossible.
Yeah.
plane tickets and hotels are expensive.
exactly. It adds
They don't
up.
pay you to be there in general.
It's my excuse
so-
to travel though. When I do that, I
What's
love my excuse to travel certain
Oh,
places.
It's so much fun, right?
Yeah.
You meet so many
people.
fun people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I came in, I met you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I appreciate you.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
I
but,
was very impressed. I just have to note the directions that you gave us to get us here.
yeah.
Like,
They were
on
good?
point.
Okay,
On point.
I was very
You know, he's
tired
good at
when I wrote
directions.
those,
Yeah, it was
and
really
we're
well
actually in a
done.
new area. We were a
Yeah.
little farther up, closer to the lobbies, a
Yeah.
little easier to find. But I thank you. I was
Yes,
wondering,
I
it was like,
appreciate
either you're not going to find it, or I'm going to be getting a lot of phone calls going, "Where are you?"
Find the bar. We're in the
Find
speakeasy.
the bar. Keep going.
I've been trying to figure out this whole time, looking at this.
Yeah.
It's like, where should I be sitting? So
No,
I'm like,
you're good.
I don't know,
You're,
all right.
You're pretty good.
We're,
We're right
we're,
straight
we're
on,
in
yeah.
we're in frame,
I am
and
not,
I
like-
usually do have another guy. He had to work today, so he's coming later. But it's the whole
Alright,
thing. So
alright.
but as in the indie film, you do as much as you can by
Yeah,
yourself
yeah.
too, right?
Yeah.
So
Had to get some extra lights.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys have a setup
Yeah,
here, yeah.
I get. And this is a very general question. I like the answer. What is your favorite part about filmmaking?
Man, I honestly the most fun part is actually making it.
Yeah.
It's fun to go and watch it at film festivals with a large audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're at a festival where there's a nice screening, you get to see a DCP with the right size audience.
Absolutely.
That's great. That's what you live for.
Yeah.
Because all of us, when we started making films, it was because we wanted to watch it with an audience, not
Right.
just at home. So that's, watching it with an audience at film festivals is really fun.
Yeah.
But actually, I just like making stuff more than like the promotions and all of that. That's fine.
Yeah.
All of us have to do that piece. But really, the making is the fun part.
It is, really
actually
is,
the
yeah.
day-to-day of
It's
being
awesome.
on
It's
set.
like when you get that perfect shot. It's like, yeah, we nailed
Yeah,
it. We nailed
yeah.
it. That's
Yeah.
exactly
Just
what I wanted to
problem-solving
capture.
and, yeah, just
That's awesome.
That is the most
thinking
fun,
through
yeah.
Ideas, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, welcome here. I mean, we're a little biased, I guess, but this is one of our favorite film festivals. We love
Yeah.
meeting everybody, cool people like
Yeah.
you. They do a lot of events where people gather and get to
Yeah,
talk
you
to
guys,
each other.
I mean, there are sick parties here.
there are pretty
Yeah, all right.
sick parties.
We know
yeah.
how to party in New
We do
Jersey.
know how to
huh?
party here in New Jersey. Yeah, and I particularly like doing this because I really love hearing stories and I know
Yeah.
filmmaking is not easy, but it's fun as well.
Yeah.
Though it's
Yeah.
fun. It's almost like it's a lot of suffering.
Yeah.
It's not going to make you rich for the most part.
Yeah.
We do it because you love it. And that's,
Love it.
That's
The
what
love
I-
of the game.
You cannot start with the. I mean, I'm sure there's some people who've been like, I'm gonna get rich through this, but really, there's many ways to get rich.
Yeah.
You can't stick around long enough to want to do this. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
It takes a little bit of time.
I love it. So
Yeah.
you're screening today the 8:45 to 11 block
Yeah.
at Asbury Hall at the
Yeah.
Asbury Hotel.
Yeah.
TA13 if you're looking for the codes. And,
Then you can come back over here and do some karaoke with us later.
Yeah, if you want. Yeah, we're
Sounds
doing
great.
karaoke out here. Yeah, if you want.
Yeah,
for
that
sure.
sounds great, man.
Yeah, that's amazing. But congratulations,
Thank
my
you
friend.
so much.
Yeah,
Thank you for promoting.
yeah.
the film.
Well, I
appreciate it.
mean, your first feature getting into this many film festivals, especially here. They're very selective here.
Yeah.
and
it's a great
that's a
opportunity.
big badge of honor.
How does
in
it
my
feel
opinion.
when you're teaching people film and then they make their own film?
Oh, it's incredible. I mean, you make so many mistakes in your work. There, you learn from your mistakes. It's impossible not to make those. What's fun about teaching is I get to organize all my mistakes and learnings and disseminate that to students so that hopefully they have a step ahead.
Right.
of
Yeah.
me.
It's nice to teach people so they don't make the same mistakes you
Yes,
did, because it
yes.
saves a lot of heartache. And it's,
Exactly,
and I think that's
exactly.
kind of cool to pass that along.
Exactly.
So.
And sometimes there's some that are unavoidable, but it's
Yeah.
just how do you cope with it?
Yeah.
How do you deal
Yep.
with it?
Yep.
Like how
That
do
says
you
a lot.
overcome that?
That says a lot.
Everybody's going to run out of money on projects. Everybody's going to have production issues.
Right.
and
It might
weather
not
issues.
snow that day.
Exactly.
Or it might
exactly.
snow
And
too
how
much
do you-
that day. You never
Yeah.
know. How do you deal with that?
Yeah.
that's-
So no, it's great to be able to teach with some context.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, congratulations.
Thank you again.
And
Thank you.
everybody check out Scarlet Winter on Apple TV now.
Yeah.
But we'd rather you watch it on the big screen at Asbury Hall
Tonight, here.
at the the
right.
8:45 to 11 block. Congratulations. Thank you, my
Thank you
friend.
for promoting.
And come watch it. Hopefully there'll be a Q&A at the end. You can
I'll be there. If you're
pepper you
there,
with more
please
questions.
ask questions. I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, for
Thank you.
sure.
Thanks
But
for,
Scarlet Winter,
Right.
everybody. GSFF.org for info for anything you want to know. Schedule of events. We'll be streaming here all day. Thank you for watching.
more
But
hours.
if you're anywhere near, come down. Not
Yeah.
even a few more hours. Film's running till 11 today, man.
Oh,
So-
films are going
Yeah,
on.
films
We'll
are
be
going
done
on.
at 8, but
Well, we'll see. We have a lot of.
We
people
may
going,
still be in here going.
Yeah, there might be karaoke out there
As we're going.
We might be podcasting here. We don't know yet.
they might knock us off the air if they're hearing like Sweet Caroline playing or something
stay
like
tuned.
that.
Yeah, maybe. No, let's not do that.
Can't do that.
No copyright strike.
No.
Thank you very much, my friend. Yeah, congrats again. We'll see you soon. Stay tuned.